WW7NER.
KD7FUJ.
KD7FUJ, KD7NER. How's it going, Chief Office?
You know, I'm just hanging out. Not really doing much of anything. You know, kind of surfing here, stuff on the internet, I guess. Looking for bike stuff, you know, like a new set of gloves, and I'd like to have a new helmet, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. But I need some shims. I'm going to buy the shims kit and a new bag for the fender. That one only lasted a couple of rides. It's already ripped all up. But I'm not the only one who experienced that. I was reading some reviews on some of the bags, and well, I'm not the only one who had that problem. But anyway, gotta order some more stuff for the motorcycle.
Right on, I got a nice little nap in this afternoon. Making good. Talk quite a bit. Stuff Kansas and all that. Stuff I have no idea about. That was pretty cool. Probably looking at steering stabilizer. You can have that, and probably let that on your old bike there. And it's really quite a lesson. Wrestling ready to work some wrestling interest.
I can't hear you. I don't know what radio you're using, but sure seems awfully quiet. Oh, look, there are some videos on here, I think, of our adventure, I think. I was trying to do some downloading from the GoPro, and I don't know, it doesn't seem to have all the videos here. No, maybe? I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they're out of order. Anyway, I did download something, so I'm looking for stuff here, and, you know, maybe I could send off or something, who knows.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see some of that footage that we took camp. I'm sorry, I was probably talking too quiet. Still waking up here. And that's a long little nap, and woke up to some Costco chicken for dinner. That's pretty good. And just kind of back relaxing, drinking some scotch, and enjoying the evening.
I got some footage on my computer here. Oh yes, look at this. Full screen on my little video monitor, but I haven't found one of us yet. This is of my last adventure.
I heard Sierra coughing in the background. You getting any better from last weekend? I know I'm still catching up from sleep from last weekend. I'm exhausted this morning. Now, it's beat. I didn't sleep very well in those little bunk bed things at all. But the nap this afternoon, I'm so tired it didn't matter.
I think so. She hasn't had any medicine or anything, but she seems to be sounding better.
Well, that's good. Well, I just got a text from Grammy, so I need to wander off and get some stuff on his text before I give the call. But I'll call off of you here in a little bit, Walter. I'll be listening around WW7 anymore.
All right. Do what you got to do. We'll talk to you later. WW7ATS.
Amateur Television Society at Day 87 YM. Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts who use video to take the airwaves with fast scan television. We have a repeater located up on Cougar Mountain. We transmit our 434 megahertz crossband repeater and spits out images in 1.2. So we'll take a short break. If somebody needs to make a contact before the net gets totally underway. Again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. I'm Dave 87 YM. Hearing none. Big check-in this evening for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. We have about 4 people out this evening, so it may be a short net. Go ahead and check in.
K9PQ is here. WU7N is listening.
And thank you with that. Anybody else want to check in? We've got K9PQ, WU7N. Well, hearing none, let's go to K9PQ. Bob.
Well, okay, Dave. Well, I'm very close to being ready to put video out, but not quite. So I'll just do audio this time. Quite a few out. Then it may be a short night indeed. But nice to hear you tonight and see you. I see you on the streaming, and nice to hear James as well. A lot of football tonight. A lot of football. Oh, and I did want to mention, before I forget, at 9 o'clock, King TV is having a disaster preparedness special. So I think I'll be watching that just to see if there's any tips they've got that I'm not aware of. Back to you, Dave. K9PQ.
Thanks for that, Bob, and thanks for the advisory. It's good to know how to prepare for emergencies, and it's great to see that our commercial television stations are coming together in regards to everything that's happening down with hurricanes. Let's see what will happen up here in Seattle in regards to major storms, or the big one, referred to as the earthquake. So let's go on to James, WU7N.
Dave, I need a audio signal report. Are you copying me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Full quieting, 100%.
Okay, well, I certainly appreciate both of you checking into the net tonight. I don't have video, but I will next time. I've actually got an interesting tube tester to show folks. Tonight, I guess the good news is Hurricane Irma is only 3/5 of the disaster it was before. I guess it's been downgraded to a Category 3 storm last I heard, and it's now heading for Tampa, from what I can see on the latest tracking information. And got some sprinkles of rain as I was driving from Renton back to Bellevue this afternoon. Since I have some roof problems, I guess my last chance to get a tarp on that section of the roof will probably be next week. I think summer is gone. Hope it dries out up enough on that.
either one of you two guys have experience on how to put a tarp on a roof, let me know. Otherwise, I might actually hire someone. Or if you know somebody that does that, let me know. So that's it for me this round. WU7N, back to net control.
WU7N, this is 7YN, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. Anyone else like to check into our net? Hearing none. Wow, it's been kind of an overcast day here in Lake City. Went out this afternoon about 3 o'clock to my mailbox, and there was just a bit of spinning coming down, rain. Nothing really hit the ground. I think it hit me. That was about it. Very, very light sprinkle, unmeasurable, you might say. So anyway, with the weather being down a little bit on the outside, got some domestic chores done around the house today. So from there, let's go up to Bob again, 3922. Let's see what's happening.
Okay, Dave, let me switch over to streaming here. Is the streaming working, Dave?
I haven't cleared my image yet, so it's running about 15 to 20 seconds behind.
No problem. I forgot you were watching the streaming output as well. Okay, well, I'll just trust that it's going to work and see what happens. Let's see. So I do have a little bit of ATV news. Rob and I had talked about getting some more AC, essentially 120 volt line. Trying to think of the right word. Essentially filters, RFI filters, I guess you would call them. So we've got some more of those ordered. The ones that are going to be good for us and are inexpensive have a long delivery time. I think they come from China, so they'll be a little while before they get here, but they're now ordered. Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm not showing my display. Now I'm showing my display. Hopefully that will come up. All I'm seeing right now is the ID, so I don't know why that is, but I think maybe I have to lock the repeater on to get this to work. So let me send it back to you, Dave, and I'll see if I can get that taken care of. K9PD.
Okay, Bob, thanks for that. You know, I was trying to do the streaming. What I ended up with, everything I think I looked at on YouTube showed up. And I went to adjust the bar to bring the streaming up to current. So I don't know what happened there. And I saw Bob there. He showed up for a little bit.
Okay, Dave, I was just testing it. I did set the repeater to be always on, and now the stream is working. So back to you, K9PD.
Okay, thanks for doing that. Well, let's move on to James, WU7N.
Thank you, Dave. Well, Bob, your picture is absolutely digitally wonderful, and Dave, I think yours is a solid 4 tonight. Thank you both for putting up a video image. I've been playing with a product. I don't know if either one of you are familiar with a product called Echo Link. And something interesting I discovered about Echo Link. First of all, let me pause since I'm going through this tonight. Let me just ask you, are either one of you familiar with it? Dave, are you familiar with it?
Echo Link, yes, I've played with it a few times.
How about you, Bob? Have you played with Echo Link before?
I have, just a couple of times. Probably the main time I used it was when I was out of town one time, wanted to check into a local net.
Well, my experience on it so far is it's a superb, I mean, you know, free product. Hats off to whoever wrote all that software. I'm sure that was not an easy or trivial thing to do. If you just load it, I've loaded it on my the best PC that I have, and I've also, which has, of course, a good microphone in it. I've also loaded it on my, I think it's an iPhone 5S, and if you just want to contact a repeater, it just worked. I mean, I loaded it and it worked. When you actually want to use a user-to-user connection, which might have some utilitarian value for us, a colleague of mine, neither one of us could connect user-to-user. So he says he was able to get it to work user-to-user by making some adjustments to his router, specifically the user datagram protocol, which is a little bit of router tweaking. I have not been able to get that much success yet, but I'll have to get with him or someone else who's willing to play a little bit, because I don't think you can connect to yourself. In other words, you can't log in as WW7N on your iPhone and then WW7N on your PC and have that make the loop. I think it's just one call sign per customer. If either one of you know about that, let me know. This is WW7N back to net.
WW7N, yes, sounds great. Played with it a little bit, have it loaded on the tablet, and you can get through with that. Maybe for our use here, we could utilize Skype as just the audio source from Skype, not going out RF-wise, might be ideal. In that way. Well, let's see. Let's move on to Bobby at K9PQ.
Okay, Dave, one moment while I switch to stream. How's that looking now, Dave? Oh, never mind. I forgot you were watching the same stream I am and not live. There we go. I just saw it pop up. So, okay, well, I have not tried to do what you're doing, James. I think you mentioned this on the last net as well, and I'm afraid it just is beyond what I've tried to do with Echolink. I did what you described, where I just put it on. It was my phone or my tablet maybe, and I was able to connect to the repeater effortlessly. It worked really well, but haven't tried to do user-to-user, and so not sure about that. Let's see what else. What else is going on here? For some reason my image is darker right now. I'm not sure why, but it seems darker than normal. I need to. I think I need to get another light source here to light me better. And I'm running out of topics. Trying to think of anything else technical with the repeater or anything else going on that way. I mean, certainly nothing has happened since our visit last weekend, which we reported on already. But I think that with the weather getting cooler, it's going to be nice to get up there and do some work. It actually wasn't too bad. Let me check, make sure I have timed out. It wasn't too bad when we went up before. It was on the Sunday, which was a very hot day, but we got out about 1 before it got too hot. So, okay. I lost video. That's interesting. Went to Dave. Okay. Back to you, Dave. K9PQ.
K9PQ, KD7BYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. I'm Dave, KD7BYM again. Bob, nothing came up on streaming RU or RF. I put my picture up, and it came relatively quickly up on the screen. It didn't make RF or the streaming video for some reason.
It's possible that my signal wasn't strong enough. I was on medium power. I just switched to high power. That might do it next time. I'll try again next time.
Oh, is there power on that little black box you got?
No, on the control signal, on the control repeater.
I got you. I thought you were referring to Grand Street. I was trying to figure out, wow, it's got power settings. So, anyway, thanks for that information. Let's go to James, WW7ATS.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you very much for your comments. As I said, I was just amazed that the Echo Link product for amateur freeware worked as well as it did just for loading it on and getting onto a repeater. I've had a couple of nice contacts of repeaters around, and also actually checked into a 9 a.m. net that happens in Seattle, apparently every 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., I think is what he said. So I might try that again. The user-to-user link would be interesting to try, but Skype might be a better video pathway for Lee to get back in as the fall begins and people return to the net again. So anyway, let's see. The one other thing that I was going to say, I'll have to drop a email to Gary, who's not on tonight, of course. It was really nice of him to think of me, but I'll have to ask if he can hang on to that one piece of equipment he found somewhere at a thrift shop or something, or if he needs me to come and get it. I have one TV that I think is still working, but the other TV is definitely dead. I'm going to follow your advice and see if I can get rid of it. So anyway, this is James, WU7N. Back to you, Dave.
WU7N, James. Yes, the 9 o'clock net. I'm familiar with that. CSRT repeater. And things seem to be working a little bit better. A little stronger image coming back on my side. So anyway, that's what's happening. Great to hear from everybody this evening, and great to hear Bob. More comments on what's going on the transfer site. More progress going along there. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to Bob.
Okay, Dave. And by the way, the last time I transmitted, for a while I did see my image on the streaming output. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm going to switch it now. One moment. Okay, so I've switched it. Hopefully we'll be seeing that come up on streaming shortly. Yeah, that Echo Link is good stuff, and the 9 o'clock net I'm very familiar with. I was one of the rotating net controls for a while, but I sort of backed out of that. It got to be just a bit much for me with everything else. But yeah, that's been going on a long, long time. 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And when I first learned of it, there was one guy doing it that was net control. And in fact, when the very first time I listened to it, I'm not sure I checked in right away, but there were basically two retired guys that were regulars, and they pretty much were the whole 9 o'clock net, but they did it every morning and every evening. And I'm working at 9 a.m., so I've been pretty much exclusively evening for me, but after a while I checked in, and then sometime later I helped out with net control. And it's got a full stable of people doing net control now, a lot that share the duties, and it's a good net. With that, I think I'll send it back. It looks like my signal is holding here on the video. Oh, it just went to Dave. That's interesting. And to the ID. I don't understand why. Okay, back to you, Dave. K19Q.
WW7ATS. Bob, you know, I was looking, nothing came up on RF at 1.2 gig, and I didn't see anything on the streaming either, so I don't know what's going on there. I clicked my transmitter and that there. And with that, let's go to James, WW7ATS.
Clarification, I came in on the end of the net at 9 a.m. Is that like an Aries Races net or just a general net, Bob?
Oh, it's just a general conversation net, just a social net. And I've got a message for Dave too, but it can wait. Back to you, James.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that clarification. Right now, I am just seeing the repeater ID on my streaming. I think I've mentioned this before, but Google Chrome seems to work for me, and various versions of Internet Explorer do not. I don't know why, but that's not the only application where I found that to be the case. There was some comedian who said on his late-night weekly talk show, said something about the only thing Internet Explorer is good for is to download Google Chrome. Okay, I see Dave now. Let me pass it back to Dave, WW7ATS.
WW7ATS. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything fine to me. I don't know what's happening there. Bob had a question. Go ahead.
There's a comment, Dave. I did see myself on streaming, and I see you now on streaming. So I think your streaming isn't working. And like the first time, so the last two transmissions of mine, my streaming has worked for a long time until you come in with your image. I don't know if your RF overrides my image. I'm not sure what the deal is, but that's what I've seen. Back to you, K9.
I was receiving nothing on 1.3 gig. I've got my image up now and that. You were causing fire and going through the router up there. Nothing seems to come through on 1.3 gig.
Right, I understand that. You were talking about streaming before, and how you didn't see me on streaming. And this is what I'm talking about, where I was on streaming solidly until it went to your image.
Well, if you were on streaming, it should have gone over and triggered the 1.2 gig transmitter.
I think we had this same issue before, and I don't remember. I thought it had something to do with the transmitter not being locked on, but no, I agree with you. I think it should be the same for both, but I think we've seen this before, and I'll mention it to Rob. I remember Rob and I talked about it when we were running the repeater, and we didn't see any way how that could happen. That you'd have one image on one and a different image on the other. It's possible that there's just no image at all on 1.2 until yours comes on. So that the stream is not actually different than RF output. Back to you.
Okay, Bob. Well, sounds good. Well, let's flip back to James again. WW7ATS.
W7DME.
W7DME, go ahead.
Yeah, just to clear things up, this is not a general repeater net. This is the American or amateur radio television net, and so please use it that way. Also, please slow down a little bit so that others have a chance. W7DME, Mike and Randy.
Oh, once again, you wanted ID as what kind of net?
It's the amateur radio ATV net.
Dave, I can clear it up. K9P2.
Go ahead, Bob, K9PQ.
Thanks, Mike. This is Bob, K9PQ, and the general purpose net we were talking about was a different one, a PSRG 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. net that James had come across. But yes, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net, and we'll give more room for people to break in as well. Thanks, Mike. Back to Dave, net control. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, well, I missed that part. So 73 enjoy, and I'm going to hit the hay. W7DME out.
W7DMA, go ahead. Again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. I'm Dave, K7DYM. Is there anybody else who'd like to join the net? Hearing none, let's go to James, WU7S.
Thank you, Dave. This is James, WU7N, with the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. And sorry if I got us off onto a bunny trail there that confused anyone. I was just discussing Echo Link as a product as a possible adjunct to our video activity, since we're interested in pushing a lot of digital boundaries, or at least exploring new ones, if not creating new frontiers. Anyway, I guess I'm kind of running out of things to say tonight, other than I did want to say thanks, especially to Bob, and please pass my thanks on to Ron. I certainly appreciate you guys, all the efforts you put in up there at the site. And Dave, certainly appreciate you bringing up the net tonight, because it's always great to hear a couple of voices. This is WU7S, back to net.
W7M, Dave, K7DYM. Anyway, one image coming back. My transmitter coming in on 1.2 gigs, something crossing park and crossing over the crossband computer. Anyway, everything is looking good. So we might wind it down now. Let's go to Bob. And this one winds down.
Yeah, I think I pretty well talked it out. James, just a correction, it's Rob, not Ron. K7QJ Rob. That he's actually our lead guy, and I assist him, and the two of us go up to the repeater. Although Ron has definitely helped us out. Ron has he's often available to fire up the repeater after we've done our work to make sure that things are still working. Okay, well, 73 from here. And good net tonight, and this is an interesting thing we're seeing with the RF. So it's possible that because I was not on high power on the controls, on the control frequency, that I never did get the repeater locked on. But I'll turn it off at the end of this just to be safe. Anyway, back to you, Dave. K9PQ.
Thanks for that, Bob. No, I do not have a notification also with the ID in the lower right-hand corner of the 1.2 gig receiver that it's on. It's been toggled on full time, so that's happening here. So is there anything from anyone before we button her up?
Yes, I did not understand what you just said. Is there something that tells us on the screen if it's locked on?
Between transmissions, you'll get the snow picture on the screen, and then the ID, the WW7 call sign shows up in the lower right-hand corner when there's no video being transmitted.
Okay, on the 1.2 you must mean, because on the streaming I'm seeing the ID stay on the whole time with the call sign. So good to know. That must be the case that the RF never did get locked on. Okay, thanks, Dave. Back to you, K9PQ.
Well, that's what amateur radio is all about, finding out different things that happen, things that don't, things to work on. It's a great hobby for that. So we'd like to thank the owners and operators of the 08 machine, Factory Peters Group, for allowing us to use the 08 machine on Saturdays and Wednesdays between 8 and 9 o'clock for the voice channel